So how much gold do I need to protect what I've already accumulated? This is a huge technical pattern, especially with two major cup formations. Are they showing you this? No, they're showing you short term. They don't want you to understand how to get into position to protect yourself.
How much gold and silver do you really need to secure your retirement and safeguard your future? In today's video, Lynette Zang dives deep into the numbers, revealing a powerful calculation that accounts for every aspect of your financial protection. No guesswork, just a clear path to security. If you're serious about protecting what matters most, this is a video you can't afford to miss.
How much gold and silver do I need? So that's where it comes in, that it is critically important for you to understand the true value of any asset or any instrument. I've shown you that according to the Federal Reserve, the true fundamental value of this stuff is zero. And we're near that. Officially, we're at 3 cents. But let's go back to, well, okay, spot gold is trading at $2,600 and change. Spot silver, I think, is at like $31 and change at the moment. Well, isn't that what they're worth? Do you really expect any kind of good price discovery from Wall Street? Because everything's been turned into a big trade. So let me show you how to determine how much gold and how much silver is its true value right now. And therefore, then you can translate that into how much gold and how much silver do I need based on what you are trying to accomplish. So we look at global debt because that's how money is created in this system. And this is fiat money versus sound money. They're both money. They're just the flip side of the coin. So with debt, which is how money's created currently, it's an unlimited amount, right? That's why every time there's a problem, central bankers go to their printing presses because they can. There are no limitations on that. Now, every time they do that, the purchasing power of the value of the currency goes down, but what do they care? They get to use it first when it has its most value. It's us, the public, that has to deal with everything else. But the global gold supply is finite. I don't care if they find a new discovery. Anytime anything is physical, there's going to be a limited amount of it. Anytime. So the fundamental value that I'm about to show you represents the true value of gold, the fundamental value of gold on a 1-to-1 cover ratio, which means that this is how much it's really worth. When they do that overnight reset, I can't tell you what the cover ratio is going to be at that time. And nor can I tell you what the fundamental value of the gold is going to be at that time, because it depends on the level of debt that they've grown. But let's just stay with current, so we're dealing with facts. And the global debt at 313 trillion, not counting all the derivatives or all the other wonky products and complex products that Wall Street creates from it. So that's 313 trillion. And the global gold supply is almost hundreds, thousands, millions, 7.498 billion ounces. That's it. And that means that the current fundamental value, which you've heard me say, and I know it sounds crazy, is over almost $42,000 an ounce. And the fundamental value of silver is $2,000. This is how you know that it's so severely undervalued, because they're going to hide it until they can't. And we've seen this happen over and over, even currently, in a whole bunch of currencies that are dealing with hyperinflation. So all you need to do to determine the true value of an ounce of gold for its most important function, which is to hold your purchasing power intact, is divide the debt by the gold. And that's how you get that 42 grand. And silver, remember, is historically, when they did this is a 20th of an ounce. This is a full ounce of silver. So at a 21-to-1 ratio, that's how you get over $2,000 right now for the true value of silver. So can you see how severely undervalued it is? It will go to its fundamental value. I can't tell you exactly when, but I can tell you that it's happened over 4,800 times, 100% of the time. It's the way they attempt to get your confidence back. But this data then helps determine how much silver and how much gold do I really need to accomplish my goals. So the first goal is to sustain your current standard of living, and that requires your barterability. And so what we do is we take into account how much it costs to live, what your property taxes are, all of your fixed rate debt, your insurances, your medical, and hopefully this is not you, but if you have any chronic medical condition, you have to deal with that as well. So we have to know, okay, well, how much are we needing to cover? So we do a much more detailed list than this, but that's basically what you're looking at. That directs you to the percentage in silver and the percentage in gold, which is another huge question that I get all the time. And it depends on the individual and what you are trying to accomplish with it. And we have a whole comprehensive list of what you need barterable silver for and what you need barterable gold for. This is a huge technical pattern, especially with two major cup formations. Are they showing you this? No, they're showing you short term. They don't want you to understand how to get into position to protect yourself. But this is why silver will absolutely go to its fundamental value once it crosses that line. And it's why you see in some currencies, or at first, that we could see that gold and silver ratio grow a bit more narrow. However, once we enter the hyperinflationary stage in earnest, we won't see that anymore. So the volume also, you can see how that is escalating. This is the volume of trading, right? It's become a huge trading instrument, and that's done with contracts. That's not really done with the physical metal itself. Though this guides the bullion prices, and you can hold all of this inside of a traditional IRA if that's what you choose to do. So how much gold do I need to protect what I've already accumulated? Like I said earlier, in the 403Bs, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to take a withdrawal. And if you're currently contributing to a 401k, you're going to have limitations on how much you can take out as well. So we want to make sure that whatever you have to or choose to, right? This is your choice. Whatever you choose to keep inside of the system is properly diversified and therefore protected. We also want to take a look at fixed rate debt, because government's plan is to repay this debt with, in this country, dollars that have less and less and ultimately no value at all. Why can't you do the same thing? You can, right? So it works for fixed rate debt. Variable rate debt is trickier because those interest rates are going to move with the interest rates in the market. And I'll be talking more about what's going on with that in another video here shortly. But what do I need to pay off that fixed rate debt? So boom, whatever my mortgage is right now, I'm repaying it with dollars that have no value. And then also we want to look at how much gold do I need to recoup any of those fees, any of those taxes, any of those losses. Because when the government sets up these systems, they seriously think about how high those fees need to be to prevent you from wanting to take it out. So a lot of people, if you've got $100,000 in your IRA, and they go, well, I don't want to pay the taxes on that. You need to understand, number one, you're never getting away from paying the taxes on it. So you need to determine when you want to pay those taxes, not allow the government or the IRS or the central banks to determine that, because it won't be in your best interest. And number two, how do I recoup it? So the plan actually is based upon how much gold do I need to recoup it? Because gold is the primary currency metal and it outperforms everything else during a hyperinflationary event.
If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss Lynette's insights on securing your financial future. Thanks for watching, and remember, your wealth, your freedom, your choice.